of Learn Grammar Through Stories, A Day in the Countryside, a fun family tale to learn and practice past tenses. In Part 1, we'll go through the reading and listening, followed by Part 2 for the grammar point, where we'll look at the 7 ways to talk about the past. In Part 3, you can try out the quiz. Let's start. Once upon a time, in a cosy suburban neighbourhood, there lived a family called the Johnsons. Last Saturday, they embarked on an adventurous trip to the countryside. As they drove along the winding roads, Mrs. Johnson reminisced about her childhood. "When I was a child, we always went camping in these hills," she said, her eyes sparkling with nostalgia. Reminisce. Talk about past experiences that you remember with pleasure. Nostalgia. A sentimental longing or wistful affection for the past. Meanwhile, Mr. Johnson, who was driving, chuckled. "Remember the time you got lost in the woods?" Mrs. Johnson blushed. "Yes, and you were so worried, but thankfully we found our way back." Their children, Timmy and Lily, were engrossed in their gadgets. Lily had been playing games on her tablet when suddenly the battery died. "Oh no, my tablet died!" she exclaimed. Timmy, who had been listening to music, teased, "You should have brought a charger." Engrossed means completely absorbed or focused on something. Charger means a device used to recharge the battery of an electronic device. As they approached their destination, the countryside looked stunning, with lush green fields and colourful flowers swaying in the breeze. "This place is beautiful," exclaimed Timmy, jumping out of the car. While they were setting up their tent, dark clouds gathered overhead. "I hope it doesn't rain," said Mrs. Johnson, looking anxiously at the sky. However, within minutes, it started pouring. They rushed inside the tent, laughing and joking as the rain drummed on the canvas above them. Canvas is heavy-duty fabric used for tents, sails, or painting. Drummed is a rhythmic sound like that of a drum. Despite the rain, they had a fantastic time, roasting marshmallows over a crackling fire and sharing stories late into the night. As they snuggled into their sleeping bags, Mr. Johnson smiled contentedly. "Even though it rained, this has been the perfect family adventure," he said. Contentedly means in a way that expresses happiness or satisfaction. Marshmallows are soft, spongy confectionery, typically roasted over a campfire. Roasting is cooking, usually food, over an open flame or heat source. And with that, they drifted off to sleep, the rhythmic patter of rain lulling them into sweet dreams of future escapades. Escapade means exciting, adventurous, or unconventional experiences or activities. Part 2. Grammar point. 7 ways to talk about the past. 1. The past simple. To describe completed actions or events that happened at a specific point in the past. Example, she walked to the store yesterday. Time expressions, last night, a few years ago, last February, and so on. 2. The past continuous. We use it to describe actions or events that were ongoing or in progress at a specific point in the past. Example, they were playing football when it started raining. 3. The present perfect. We use it to describe actions or events that happened at an unspecified time in the past. We don't know exactly when. Example, I've visited Paris 3 times. Compare past simple versus present perfect. 4th, the present perfect continuous. To describe actions or events that started in the past and are still ongoing or have just stopped. Example, she has been working on her project for 2 hours. Next, the past perfect simple. To describe an action that was completed before another past action or time. Example, he had finished his homework before dinner. 6th, the past perfect continuous. We use it to describe actions or events that were ongoing or in progress before another past action or time. Example, she had been studying for 3 hours before the exam. 7 used to. This is to describe past habits or states that were true in the past but are no longer true or existent in the present. Example, he used to smoke but now he doesn't.